Maple Leafs look to rebound in Game 2, press on without Bunting against Lightning. Maple Leafs coach Sheldon Keefe hasn't lost trust in winger Michael Bunting. "I know Michael Bunting as well as anyone," Keefe said on Thursday morning. "I don't have an issue in terms of trust in him when it comes to that. He has no history of such things." The Leafs will have to make do without Bunting until Game 5 of the best-of-7 series against the Tampa Bay Lightning in the wake of Bunting's 3-game suspension, levied by NHL player safety after Bunting checked Lightning defenseman Erik Cernak in the head in Game 1. Only if the Leafs get swept after losing 7-3 in Game 1, a scenario that no one is anticipating, even the Lightning, will Bunting potentially not play for Toronto again, as he is an unrestricted free agent this summer. Keefe didn't offer an opinion on the length of the suspension, which came down on Wednesday night. "I knew he was going to get something, and that's what the league decided," Keefe said. "You press on." The Bunting play is well-intentioned in the sense that he is trying to engage to win the line. He is expecting a physical confrontation with a defender that is as physical as anybody in the league, and he is probably a little early on the engagement, and we know what the result is. If Bunting had demonstrated an ability to properly walk the line, one could argue the Leafs most definitely will miss his contributions in the next 3 games. Some doubt creeps in when one considers how he was involved in minor penalties during the regular season. Bunting was second in the National Hockey League with 43 penalties drawn at all strengths, behind only Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers, who drew 45 penalties. But Bunting tied Rasmus Dahlin of the Buffalo Sabres in penalties taken with 42, the most in the NHL. Still, the Leafs consider what they won't have with Bunting out. "He brings an element to our team that not many guys bring, and he has been a staple in our lineup for the last 2 years, forward Alex Kerfoot said. "He fits in really well with those top guys, and we're going to miss him." Keefe confirmed he will go with the lines in Game 2 on Thursday night at Scotiabank Arena that we saw at practice on Wednesday. Rookie Matthew Knies will make his Stanley Cup playoffs debut, playing the left side with veteran center Ryan O'Reilly and Noel Acciari on the right. "I don't think there is any pressure on Knies," Keefe said. "He is not expected to come out here and save the world. He is coming in here to do his part, and that's really it. Just go out and compete." He had done well in the 3 games he has played for us, but he has played in pressure situations before. This is not one of them. It's a challenging situation, but he has no pressure. For those of us who think the Bunting situation brings to mind the postseason suspensions of Nazem Kadri, who got dinged twice in series against the Boston Bruins in 2018 and 2019 before the Leafs had enough and traded him to Colorado, Kadri weighed in on Twitter. "Y'all gotta leave me out of this one, face with tears of joy common man. https://t.co/ojbxyzxbf Y'all gotta leave me out of this one," Kadri tweeted in response to a TSN tweet about his suspension history. "Common, sick, man." Regardless of the Bunting situation, and no matter what Knies does, the Leafs know they can't have a similar start and overall effort that brought them down in Game 1. Steering clear of the penalty box is obvious. "Our mindset," Keefe said of the biggest change that must happen. "We weren't ourselves the other night and need to get back to that. It was surprising in a lot of ways how we started because we had not been playing that way at all. We had been playing really good, we had been playing a brand of hockey that would give us a chance at success in the playoffs. That didn't roll into the playoffs. We need to get back to that tonight, clearly." The Lightning won't have Cernak or forward Michael Eyssimont, who is out after taking a check from Jake McCabe. Defenseman Victor Hedman, dealing with an undisclosed injury, will be a game-time decision. Does anything rattle the Lightning, winners of 2 cups in the past 3 years? Definitely, there is a maturity to the group, Lightning coach John Cooper said. "We have seen a ton. Hard to say that anything gets under the guy's skin. One thing that probably gets under everybody's skin, including the fans, is if the refs get in the way. But that's universal. That has been going on for 100 years. The refs usually aren't getting in the way anyway. It's just stay the course. That's what our guys have been doing. Recommended video: the projected Leafs lineup for Game 2. Forwards: LWCRW, Kaye Jarnkrok, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Alex Kerfoot, John Tavares, William Nylander, Matthew Knies, Ryan O'Reilly, Noel Acciari, Zach Aston Reese, David Kemp, Sam Lafferty, Defense: Jake McCabe, TJ Brody Morgan, Riley, Luke Shen, Mark Giordano, Justin Hall, Goal: Ilya Samsonov, Joseph Waltgoshen at postmedia.com, twitter.com/KoshTorontoSun.